everyone. I'm Melissa here, and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello everyone, Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment, and welcome to Make It Monday. Okay, as we discussed, we're making something a little bit on the healthier side today to kind of balance some of the recipes we've been making lately. I have wanted to make homemade granola forever. I love granola. I wouldn't say I eat a lot of it, but I do eat quite a bit, especially lately. I like making a yogurt parfait with some granola. And we're finally going to do it today. We're finally making homemade granola. You guys, it is so simple to make. I cannot get over how simple it is. And there's so many things you can add into it to make it exactly what you want. I want to thank my friend Heather. She sent me this recipe. I have tasted this recipe before, and I cannot tell you enough how incredibly addictive and tasty this recipe is. She gave me a sample of it, and I ate it all. It was so good. And I like it because it's also very quick and simple. You don't need a lot of tools and stuff to do it. You don't need a lot of kitchen gadgets. Very basic. It's so versatile. You can add in different types of dried fruits, different types of nuts. You can make this vegetarian, vegan. You can make it gluten-free just by changing a few things. It's very simple. So, it is called Top Secret Granola for a good reason. Everybody is going to want this recipe. Okay? Everyone. It is so good. Now, I'm going to give you the recipe as it is in the book, but I am only going to be making half of the recipe. Okay? Why? Because I'm the only one in this house that will eat granola. So it only lasts for about a month, which is a long time, but it's just me eating it. I don't want to make a whole batch because I don't know if I'm going to eat through it all before a month is up. So I'm going to start by making half a recipe, but I will give you the full recipe and then you can adjust it as needed. Okay? So Top Secret Granola. These are the things you will need. If you are making a full recipe, this will make approximately 7 cups. Our oven's ready. 7 cups or 1.65 liters of granola. Okay? Again, depending on what you put in it, you might get less, you might get more. Okay? But approximately 7 cups. It takes 10 minutes to prepare it and 15 minutes to cook it. Okay, that's it. So let me turn the ice maker off. We don't need it right now. So what you're going to need is 5 cups of old-fashioned rolled oats, 2 cups unsweetened, flaked, or shredded coconut, 1 cup of whole or sliced raw almonds, 1 cup of whole or chopped raw pecans, 1 cup of raw pumpkin seeds, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 1/4 cup of avocado oil or vegetable oil, a 1/4 cup of pure liquid honey, or you can use maple syrup, which is what I will be using today. A 1/4 cup of lightly packed brown sugar or coconut sugar, a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 1/2 cup of hemp hearts, and 1 cup of dried fruit of your choice. For example, raisins, cranberries, apricots, or you can leave the fruit out completely if you don't want that. Okay? So we're going to do approximately half of the recipe. Okay? Yeah, we're going to do about half. So I have all my ingredients here. The things I will be using is I do have my rolled oats. I have coconuts. I do have my sliced, those are stuck together, sliced almonds. I could not find pecans anywhere. The bulk barn did not have them, and when I did find them, they were very expensive. I love pecans, but instead of pecans, I'm going to be using walnuts for this recipe. I do have pumpkin seeds. Of course, I have cinnamon. I love cinnamon. We've got our salt. I am using the pure avocado oil today. This is just the Compliments brand. Instead of the honey, like I said, I'm using maple syrup. I have my light brown sugar. I didn't have any coconut sugar, but I probably would use coconut sugar, but I only have brown sugar right now. And of course, I've got my Mexican vanilla. Absolutely love it. I have got my hemp hearts. Okay, don't be scared. Don't be scared of what it sounds like. If you've never tried them, they're actually very good. Okay, so I have hemp hearts. And then for today, for the dried fruits, I have got organic dried cranberries. You guys, these are so good. They were expensive, but they are so good. And I do have raisins. I'm going with a mix of golden raisins for this recipe. You can use any kind of raisins, but these ones, they look good. I love them. Golden raisins. We're going to try those in this recipe today. Another thing you're going to need, 2 mixing bowls, large one and a medium one. I'm only doing half a recipe, so these are probably too big, but it's fine. Cookie sheet with parchment paper. We have preheated our oven, 325 degrees. Okay, it's preheated and ready to go. Very simple. So like I said, I'm doing about half a recipe, give or take. Okay, so once you've preheated your oven to 325 and you've lined your baking sheet with parchment paper, you're going to take your large bowl. Okay, some more in here. Large bowl. We are going to put in this bowl oats, the coconuts, almonds, pecans, pumpkin seed, cinnamon, and salt. Okay, so oats, coconut, almonds, walnuts for this version, the pumpkin seeds, the cinnamon, and the salt. Okay, so we're going to do about 2.5 cups of oats. Give or take, you know. Give or take. It's fine. So 1, 2, just say, and a half. Okay, of the oats. We're going to do about a cup of the coconuts. This is unsweetened. I am a huge coconut fan. I don't know about you guys, but I really like coconut. Okay, so about a cup of coconuts. It's actually really good for you too. Coconut oil, shredded coconut, everything. It's actually really good for you. And then we're going to do about half a cup of the almonds. Okay, so these ones are sliced. You can buy them sliced, or you can do them yourself at home. I just find it's easier to buy them sliced. So, sliced almonds. And I also like to keep my nuts in the fridge. You can keep them in the freezer as well, but I like to keep them in the fridge. And then we're going to do, again, about half a cup of the pumpkin seeds. I don't know if I actually have that much left. We'll probably end up using all of these. Okay, so I don't have a full half a cup. I have kind of like a quarter cup. That's fine. To get more of those. So half a cup of the pumpkin seeds. We're going to do, about half a cup of the walnuts as well. I think that's probably this whole container. Let's see. give or take. There's a few left. Okay. And then we're going to do they say a tablespoon cinnamon, so we're going to do half a tablespoon of cinnamon. Although I'm a big cinnamon fan, so you could put more. It's kind of to taste. But we're just going to do kind of half a tablespoon. Oops, maybe a little more. Okay, half a tablespoon of the cinnamon. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, but we're doing half of that, so about 1/8. An 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Perfect. Okay, we want to mix that together just to kind of incorporate it. So this is everything in here. You just kind of want to get that salt and that cinnamon to kind of give everything a little coating. Oh my God, you guys, this already smells good. Yum. Yeah, I think this is going to make just the right amount for me. Who knows? I'll give some to my daughter and my husband. Maybe they'll love it. My daughter might. She's a big cinnamon fan too. Yum. Okay. So it's kind of all mixed together. Okay. We're going to set that aside. We're going to grab our medium bowl now. It's very simple, you guys. And in this medium bowl, we're going to do the avocado oil. We're going to do the honey or maple syrup, the brown sugar, and the vanilla. Okay. So let's do that. So we want regular recipe 1 1/4 cup avocado oil. So we're going to do 1/2 and 1/8 cup of avocado oil. This is brand new, so we're going to have to open it here. I just bought it. How hard is this going to be to open? Probably hard. If I was smart, I would have opened this already. But I didn't plan that far ahead. Okay, I'm going to use my teeth. Don't do what I do, okay? Don't do what I do. I just had to get it started. You should never use your teeth to open things. Yet here we are. Okay. So we're going to do 1/2 cup and 1/8 cup of avocado oil. Again, avocado, very good for you. It's a really good fat. Okay. So 1/2 cup. And now we're going to do like 1/8 of a cup. Avocado oil. I should have done my brown sugar first because now these are wet. I didn't think that ahead. That's fine. 1/4 cup of maple syrup. So instead of 1/4 cup, we're going to do 1/8 cup of maple syrup. And 1/4 cup of lightly packed brown sugar. Again, we need about 1/8 cup. I don't have. Let me clean out this 1/4 cup real quick. And dry it. Now, I've talked about this in other recipes. When you're measuring brown sugar, unless it says you want to pack your brown sugar very tightly, like if you're making a sand castle, you want it to come out in one big clump. This recipe, however, this recipe says lightly packed. So I'm not going to pack it super, super, super tight, okay? It just says 1/8 cup lightly packed. So let me grab a spoon. So what does that mean? Well, to me, if you can, I don't know if you can see, this would be not packed at all. Hard packed is when you really push it down. I'm just going to kind of lightly pack it down. I'm going to say that's about right. So we're going to pop that in. Okay. And then it says a teaspoon of vanilla extracts. So half a teaspoon for us. I like vanilla though, so I'm just going to give it a little splash. Okay. That could have been a little more. It could have been a little less. Who knows? But it's in there. Okay, and now we're going to mix this together. So I'm going to grab a whisk, and I'm just going to incorporate that. We just want to make sure that that brown sugar doesn't have any lumps. If there are lumps, which I do have a few, I'm going to grab just a little spoon and just kind of push them down to dissolve those lumps. Now again, because we have an oil in here, it is going to take a while for that to all incorporate together. Your oil is just going to be sitting on the top for a while. Just keep mixing it. Keep mixing it. Eventually, it will all come together. Trust me. You just have to be patient and keep mixing. Now, obviously, if you let it sit for a while, again, it will separate. But you just want to keep mixing, mixing, mixing. Okay, and then it will kind of all come together. See that? It's all coming together. So that's what you want. Okay, now you're going to pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients and stir it really well to combine. Okay? Don't worry, I haven't forgot about the hemp hearts and the dried fruit. That is actually going to come after we put it in the oven. So now we're going to take the dry. I'm going to give this one more mix here. Okay. We want to pour this all over. Get a spatula to make sure you are getting every little bit of your wet ingredients out. Okay. And now mix it into your dry. Take your time with this, okay? Obviously, there's way more dry ingredients than wet. In the beginning, you're going to have some very wet spots of granola and some very dry spots. Just keep gently stirring, folding it in. Again, it will all come together. Trust me. Okay, just want to make sure everything is done well. The nice thing about this, you cannot overmix. It's not like a cake batter or a bread dough. You cannot overmix. So make sure everything is coated really well. Okay? All right, so I think it's pretty good here. So this is what it looks like. You can kind of see we've got everything is nice and kind of glistening. Okay. Now we're going to spread it evenly on the prepared baking sheet, and we're going to bake it at that 325 degrees until lightly golden brown. They say about 15 minutes. We do want to stir it once halfway through. So I'm going to put it in for 7 minutes. I'm going to take it out, give it a stir. 1 second, guys. We're going to take it out, give it a stir, and then we're going to put it back in. Okay, so let me just pour it on this prepared pan. If I was doing a full recipe, I would want 2 baking pans. Half of the recipe is going to fit really nice on just this one pan. Okay? You just want to kind of spread it out. If it goes off your parchment paper, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay? It's okay. So you just kind of want to spread it evenly. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? We are going to be giving it a stir halfway through. Okay, leave that there. So we kind of have it spread on our pan. We're going to pop it in there for 7 minutes. Okay, let me set that timer so I don't forget. Okay, it's in for 7. I'm going to take it out, give it a stir. I'm going to put it back in. Once I take it out at the halfway point, I will kind of look at it and see how quickly it is baking and decide if I'm putting it in for another 7 minutes or the full extra 8 minutes. And then when it's done, I think that's when we're going to add the other stuff. Let me just check. We want to let it cool first. Okay, so we're going to take it out from the oven. Then once we take it out from the oven, we're going to put our hemp hearts and our fruit in. And then we're going to let it completely cool. So I will come back once it's done in the oven to bring you guys along for adding the hemp hearts and the fruits. Okay? We'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, we have taken it out of the oven. I put it in for 7 minutes, took it out, gave it a stir. I did put it back in for another 8 minutes. We've just taken it out of the oven. It is golden brown. It smells amazing. Okay, so now what we're going to do is add in our hemp hearts and our dried fruit, which again is optional. So you do not have to, it could be done right now. If that's all you want, you don't have to add fruit in. We're going to do, because I'm doing half a recipe, we're going to do a 1/4 cup of hemp hearts. Normally it would be half a cup, but we're just going to do a 1/4. Okay, I'm just going to sprinkle that. I know you guys can't really see. You can't really see. I'm going to angle you, okay? So I'm just going to sprinkle this over. We are going to stir it, but I just kind of want to give it a good sprinkle there. You can also add in things like chia seeds or anything like that. Like there's so much stuff you guys can put in here. Now it says a cup of dried fruit for a full recipe. So I assume that would be like half a cup of dried fruit for half a recipe. And I assume they want half a cup in total. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do half a cup of my cranberries. And I mean, you guys, like you can add more or less, okay? And then I'm going to do half a cup of my raisins. And again, you can put other dried fruit in here too, okay? So half a cup of your raisins. I'm probably, you guys, I'm going to put a little more cranberries, I think. Hang on. I just feel like I want more cranberries in that. Hang on. So I'm going to just put a little bit more. Not a lot, just a little. I'm a big fan of these cranberries. Okay. And now we're just going to give this another little mix. Just gently kind of stir it in. Now, I know I said once this fully cools, like we're going to let this fully cool. Once it's fully cooled, you're going to put it in an airtight container or like Ziploc bag or whatever. It's going to last you about a month. However, my friend said what she does is she actually puts it right in the freezer and just scoops it directly out of the freezer when she wants to use it. I think that is a great idea, and that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Okay, so now you can see we've got all that kind of stirred up. We're just going to spread it around again because we want it to fully cool. It's probably going to take a while to fully cool. Okay, I'm probably going to come back every, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, and again, just give it a stir and spread it around again so again, it can fully cool. Okay. If I wasn't worried about the birds, I'd probably stick it outside to cool, but let's face it, it does look like birdseed. So I'm just going to leave it here, let it fully cool, and then I'm going to probably put it in a Ziploc bag and put it directly in my freezer and just take out what I need when I need it. I don't know how long it's going to last in the freezer. I'm going to say like 6 months is what I would say. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 3, but I'm going to say it's probably okay in the freezer for up to 6 months. But yeah, it smells amazing, you guys. It smells amazing. I know it's still warm, but I gotta taste it, okay? I have to because it smells so good. That cinnamon, okay. I'm just gonna get like a little, hang on, I gotta get a cranberry in here and a raisin, okay, and a pumpkin seed, okay. So this is what it looks like, okay? It smells so good, okay? Let's just give her a taste. Oh my God. You guys, I love granola. There's just something about homemade granola. It tastes so fresh. There's no extra preservatives in there. It's so good. It's so good. Honestly, I don't really taste the coconut too much, which is okay. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of coconut. I don't really taste the coconut too much. It's not too sweet. It's got a good amount of sweetness, but not too sweet. Okay, I can't wait. Okay. Yay! I feel like this is a healthier version of some of the things we've been making. So I'm happy with that. It was quick and easy, very simple. Like I said, I'm the only one that really eats it. Half of this recipe, I mean, this is probably going to last me probably a month. I'm going to say it's going to last me about a month. But it's so good. Let me know if you guys try this recipe. Let me know your thoughts on it. I think it's amazing. I will definitely be keeping this recipe and using it again. And like I said, it's so versatile. You can add in different types of dried fruit, different types of nuts. You can leave those things out. You can add in chia seeds. Let me know what you like to put in your granola. I'm very excited. So thank you, Heather, for giving me this recipe and letting me do this recipe on my channel for everyone else. I know it's top secret, but let's face it, girl, this is too good not to share. So thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me make the granola and eating it because it's so good. And again, until next time, bye.